Hi, you're welcome to Opinion Sharers. My name is Paul, and tonight we are going to be discussing about the issues of money rituals that is very common, that is prevalent in Nigeria. In fact, I have noticed that there are a lot of people that have been studying. In fact, there has been an academic who has studied it, an academic from University of Ilorin, and there has been a lot of debate going on the topic. So I thought let's just invite somebody who perhaps would have a deeper understanding of the spiritual powers or spiritual belief in the traditional practices in Nigeria. And so tonight we have Oluwo in the house. We have the village boy and Tosin. Since women are always the victim, I have also invited a woman. Let's hope that she will join us. Michael is going to be joining us a little bit late. Those are majority of these people are regular faces on opinion sharers. It's only Oluwo that is a little bit. That is new on this platform, but I'm sure he's not a new person on the social media generally. So before I ask my guests tonight to introduce themselves, I would like us to quickly share the link to invite people to watch this broadcast today. So please, if you're watching, help us get the link and share. I'm going to get the link and share with the village boy and perhaps Oluwo so that it will
I
be,
think it's in a group already.
yeah. So I'm trying to get the link now to share.
I think this guy has shared already.
It's in
Oh,
the
okay,
group.
okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, I've seen that village boy have shared it too. So let me quickly share it. Thank you for just joining us. Please help us share the link. It will be important. It will be very, very advantageous if you can share it for us. I'm sharing it with Oluwo so that he can share it with his people. Okay, Michael is here. Okay. Oluwo, if you can access your WhatsApp, I'll send the Facebook to your WhatsApp.
Okay,
I'm going to
I'll
get
try
the,
to I'll
yeah,
I'll try to check my WhatsApp.
yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll try to check my WhatsApp.
Yeah, okay.
I'll try to check my WhatsApp.
Somebody is sharing.
Yeah, I have taken care of it. So if you can share on Twitter, please do share. So I'm sharing with Oluwo on Twitter now. Okay, so I've shared with you the Twitter handle, the Twitter link also on WhatsApp. If you can share it, please help us share it or retweet it. So thank you for joining us once again. It's opinion sharers. Opinion sharers is about voices of different people, different individuals in the society, especially ordinary people who would not have opportunity on the conventional TV stations. So this is the People's TV, where average Nigerians would have opportunity to air their views. So today we want to talk about this. I don't even know what to call it specifically, but I think it's a menace in our society right now. The quest for money. Anyway, before we go forward, let's introduce ourselves. So I'm going to start with the village boy. Village boy, please introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Dr. Bolu Tifeoluwadele. I'm a chartered accountant, also a policy analyst. I'm also a fellow of International Institute for African Scholars. I'm a writer and an author.
Okay, thank you. Oluwo, please, can you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone. My name is Oluwo Jobodormila. I'm an Ifa priest. I'm also Oluwo of Ogboni Fraternity. I'm also the Bobagunwa of Oriliowu Kingdom. I'm an Ifa priest. That is what I do. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, thank you very much. Tosin.
Hello, friends. Good evening and welcome to the show again. I'm Citizen Oluwatosin, and it's good to be back again.
All right, Michael.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good evening. I'm Michael by name, Olaogun, and I'm a public affairs analyst. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So we are going into the discussion proper. And my first question will go to Oluwo. And this is particularly because if you follow Oluwo on Twitter, he has his banner is that he wrote that there is nothing, how do I call it? I'm forgetting how he quoted it, that there is nothing as more ritual money. So, and I have had to discuss with a lot of people, a lot of Nigerians, people believe that money ritual is real. So I am surprised seeing an Oluwo, an Ifa priest, who think there is nothing like ritual money. So Oluwo, please give us an idea of what you mean by saying there is no ritual money. Money ritual, rather.
Thank you so much. You see, money ritual is a myth. It's not real. Because if you study Odu Ifa very well, you will understand what Ifa means about money. According to Odu Osemeji, the Odu of Ibadan, Ifa said, Sekube awon de Ibadan. Adura fun de Ibadan, ekun aje ni won sun. The people of Ibadan are trying to get money. So they went to Babalawo's place and said, we need money. How can we do it? So the Babalawo now cast Ifa. The Odu that came out is Osemeji. Babalawo now told him that Baba Sise Akila, you will now start going to work. The farmer will go to the farm, the trader will go to the market, everybody will now start working. Once you start working, you will have money. That is how the Babalawo will give them advice. So Ifa said, if you don't work, you can never get money. That is number one. Number two, if there is something about called money ritual, then how is it done? If you kill someone or you put calabash on their head and you expect money to come out of it, where is this money coming from? Is it like the spirit world have their own machine that is printing money? Because I know that all the currency has number on it. So is it like the CBN incorporates with the spirit world, so they are printing the money, or where is this money coming from? So if we think about it, there is no way that we can actually confirm if this thing is real. People that are into the killing of people and trying to find money, they are just doing it all the time. You can never see one person when they arrest them and said, what do you want to use them? They said, they ask them to bring it. How much are they paying you? Some will say 20,000. Some will say 40,000. How can 40,000 or 20,000 be the money you can get from money ritual? And you said that works. How many people will, like Dangote, will use to get to that kind of money, or Bigate? So think about it.
Okay, thank you very much. Now he asked, another question, which is something that is on my list before, and this will go to the village boy. Since village boy works is been an accountant who have practiced for so long in Nigeria and an auditor. Village boy, do you think that these people that are saying that they believe in ritual money or money ritual, as money has been missing in the central bank, maybe this in the spiritual world, the spirit goes to the central bank or to some of the bank and takes some money, and then because it is central bank, people don't know. Do you think that's is there a logic there?
This is a very funny question. Well, I'm an auditor, though I've not audited central bank, so I don't know that. Money is missing. But there is a funny joke I used to tell my students those days when I was teaching ICANN students. I said there was this guy who came and account and they said he was stealing company's money. The guy now said no, he was not stealing money. They said, then why did they ask you whether you are stealing money? He said, the problem is that the account is not balanced. And they are now saying that, but money is not missing. So we ask him, okay, you are sure money is not missing? He said, yes. He said, but why is the account not balanced if money is not missing? He said, He said, which kind of question are you asking? I said, no, it's based on what you have told us. If account is not balanced, then we are not sure that money is not missing. Okay, having said that, central bank has not complained of not balancing the account. Though I'm not sure Nigeria Central Bank of Nigeria balances the account. I know for sure Federal Ministry of Finance, they don't balance the account. You can quote me. That doesn't mean money is missing there. But we have also had this story of somebody said that snakes swallow money in Nigeria. Those are on the joke side. But contextually, it doesn't really make sense that when you say that more ritual money, exists, people are vomiting money. But the concern here is this: I am close to 60, and I have read. Those days in the 70s, we were reading this Ayoka. I think it's Ayoka or Atoka in Yoruba, where there was a story of a man who made one of the twins, ritual money or whatever, and put him in a cupboard, in a room that nobody entered. And one day forgot his key, and the second twin mistakenly picked the key and opened the door, the cupboard, and saw the child. And he called his second, called the name, and money started pouring out. And he had to go and call his mother and all that. Because of this kind of storyline, people has this tendency to believe whether these things actually exist. And we have seen this thing being acted over and over and over again. And because of, if you say that a market exists, a market cannot exist if there is no buyer. And because they have been able to convince people that this is actually a market, that is why up to today we continue to have buyers. That is why people go to other, we can do this thing for you, we can do this thing for you. So I think the mindset itself, the perception itself that this thing exists is stronger than whether it exists or it does not exist. So we must be able to address that, the root cause of this. Why has this thing been there since, as far as I can know, since the 70s up to now, though it became rampant just recently. So we have seen a lot of drama being acted to show that this thing existed. We have had this that existed. But then, when you look at on what basis just like the Olu was saying, will a person get money without working? I had to quickly rush to pick my Bible also, since we are going spiritual a bit today. And the first place I went to is Deuteronomy 8. And I'm just going to read two verses. Verse 4 and 5 says, blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground. And if you are a farmer, if you plant, you sow. And the fruit of thy cattle, if you are a herdsman, not killer herdsman, the increase of thy kind, and the flock of thy sheep, blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Maybe you are a trader, you have a warehouse. So when you look at this, there is something that you must be doing for you to be blessed. But the question is that why is this myth perpetrated? Why is it that people seemingly believe that it exists? Is because it has created, either it is artificial seller market, and because there are prevalence of sellers, that is why you continuously have buyers. So if you are selling a product that nobody is buying, definitely you will change your trade. So there is why is it that people, because most of this, especially these young people, this other herbalists actually would have been telling them that this thing works and it exists. If it does not, how do they be able to convince a 17-year-old person to go and bring his girlfriend for money ritual? So what is that factor that is creating it in the mind of the people that without working they can make money? I think that's the issue also we should address. Why is
Okay,
it so?
let me just cut you, please. I want to ask Tosin and Michael, but before I do that, I want Oluwo to please ponder on this. Is it possible that we trace the origin of this ideology in our culture, as at least maybe the Yoruba, Babalawo, the Ogboni group? Is it possible that we trace that? Just, I want you to think about that. I'll come back to you. But I want Michael and Tosin, I want them to answer. Do you believe that money ritual exists? Tosin, maybe Tosin want to go first. Just briefly, please.
I don't know if I believe. I don't know if I believe. I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50, really. I really want to. Maybe I have more question for Oluwo, but the thing is this: if money ritual doesn't exist, what is causing the high killings of people in Nigeria? That most of the bushes in Nigeria, there is kidnapping and people going there to buy body parts, according to those that have escaped from those den. People were coming in the midnight to buy parts of human body and all that.
Okay, thank you. Please, it's okay if you have questions. All right, it's okay if you have questions for Oluwo. So that makes the job a little bit easier for me. So Tosin, if that is your question, I hope that I wish Oluwo have a pen there so that he can jot them down. But let me quickly ask Michael. Michael, do you believe money ritual is real?
Thank you so much. I will equally love to pose a question in these regards, because when we look at the situation of things in our country, particularly within the environment where I grew up, for example, we know there are people that, with due respect to them, when it comes to being intellectual, they are nowhere to be found. And if they say they are doing Yahoo Yahoo, how really do they communicate with those they are extorting, those they are really manipulating? And when you now look at these people, they are actually doing for themselves what their father, their mother put together, what they work for in 35 years of service in government. They will do it maybe in 1 month or in 1 year. So that actually leaves with the question to me as a person that like it's more like a state of delusion. Does this thing really exist or not? But I'm sounding a little philosophical now.
Nigeria has happened to him again.
Okay. I was actually wondering whether it is me or him. Yeti,
Yes.
you're welcome. Yeti is a female on the platform tonight, and the reason why I particularly want us to have a female is because I found that in most cases, women they've been the victim of these money rituals in most cases, because it is believed that there are more women female body parts that are that are easy to use. Okay, so Yeti,
And more
I'll come back.
lucrative.
Is that?
that they are more lucrative?
Yes, I think so. But Yeti, I'll come back to you, okay, please. I want Oluwo to quickly answer that question. Do you think, is there can we trace this belief or the practice? Can we trace it to an origin?
Thank you so much for that question. There is no way for us to link it together, because think about the Orisha Ajé, like the Orisha in charge of money in Yoruba spirituality. Orisha Ajé, when we our babas, our Oluwos, they tell us that Orisha Ajé, Ekuru, Inlaje Jelutuve, TV Yale Eni, they give Ajé Ekuru or Gede Omini, Inlaje Jelutuve, TV Yale Eni, Iyo, Aṣọ Funfun. When you go to Ife now at the market or Jejumekun, you will see the Orisha Ajé outside. You will see all these things I'm talking about there. So Ajé, the Orisha in charge of money in Yoruba spirituality, only eats Ogede Omini, Ekuru, and stuff like that. So there is no link or any history that can say that maybe they use human blood to feed Orisha Ajé, not even for once. So there is no link at all. If you study the 256 Odu Ifa, there is no link about blood money ritual or killing of people in Odu Ifa. I've never learned from it. Even when we talk about this, when the issues of them killing people is more so, we call this meeting at Oketase with Arabagbaye. So all the Babalawos, we started chanting Ifa to see if there's some proof or link. But we used 3 days to do the meeting. We never find one Odu that speaks about killing people or using their blood for ritual. So there's no link at all in Yoruba spirituality.
Thank you very much. I think my network is also misbehaving, kind of. But I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go
So
Yes, we
while
can
I
hear
will, okay. Now, okay, thank you. Before I come back to you, Oluwo, I want you to think about this concept. There is this concept, common concept in Yoruba culture and perhaps traditional practice. The concept of Eleda, Asiki, and some of these things that people believe, oh, want to lo Asiki, I want to lo any. Before I left Nigeria, when you see a child that have sickle cell, for instance, when you see a child that is autistic, people would say, I want it low, that kind of a thing. So I want you to, is there, what is it with this Asiki? What is it with Eleda and all of these things? Now, I want to ask this, my next question I want to ask Yeti. When I was preparing my notes, I coined Trado-Chrislam. Okay? Trado-Chrislam, which means the traditional practice in Nigeria, Christianity and Islam. Across this line of religious practices and belief, people believe in the concept of money rituals. Okay? So I'm just wondering, in your own opinion, why is it that people believe so much about it, regardless of their religious belief or practice?
You are muted.
Yeti. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can't hear you, Yeti, please.
We can't hear you. Your headset is perhaps not connected.
Check your headset again. It's not connected.
Your headset is not connected.
We can't hear you.
No audio. Somebody is already helping me type in the comment section. Awure, Iyonu Agba, and all of those things. Anyway, the one that actually had to do with the Eleda, that's the one that I'm curious about. Yeti, can you disconnect your Bluetooth from the laptop? I mean, from your system. We still can't
Okay,
hear
can you
you.
hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
better.
I'll now hear you.
We can hear you now. We can hear you.
This is very interesting. Okay, anyway,
We can hear you.
one of the
Yeah.
reasons I think people believe you can hear me. Okay, I can't hear you too well. No problem. So I just have to play it by ear. Signal when you want me to stop. And one of the reasons I think people believe about rituals across the board is because we want to believe that there is a higher, there's something outside of us. You know, when you have tried by yourself with your own ability, mentally, every other thing to make money, and it's not working, you have to believe that there's something outside of you that can do that for you. I think a lot of the time when I hear people around here, that's what I hear. They so it's not enough for you to just be able to rely on yourself, your hard work, and the things around you, as in just your luck. There also has to be something else that you can do. You know, it's something that runs across Nigeria generally. Even if you find it, even in Christians that are really Christians, you're talking about we will live in houses that we don't build. You know, when they fall ill, they want to outsource their success. They want to outsource, feel strong enough. Oh, hello. Sorry, it's like my
We
network
can
went
hear
away.
you. We can hear you.
Okay, sir. It's like they want to outsource it. So I think that's why it's not really about the religions per se. I don't think. I think it's just about humans, Nigerians. We want to feel like something else is in control that can help us. So that's what, because our own power, it be like saying no reach. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Let me ask the village boy. Village boy, like where she has taught, what is wrong with Nigerians and the belief in spiritual money or spiritual power? And I'm not doubting that the existence of spiritual power, but what is wrong with us? You know, across religions, across belief line. I've not lived in the north. You and I mean, three of you, Village Boy, Yeti, and Tosin have lived in the north. I don't know whether this money ritual exists in the north, but I know it is prevalent in the south, both among the Igbos and Yorubas.
Yeah, from thank you very much. From what I know and hear, money ritual exists everywhere, because those days they say that that some rich men, then they will say they sleep with all these animals and all that. So I think there is this there is this concept also. When somebody is rich, they will say, "Oh, ote." That is that I don't know how I can interpret that in English. That he has done something, that he lay kind of a foundation on before me. But these are people who have, whether they have a trade, or they are, selling, or they are doing something. So when they become exceptionally, wealthy, they will say he has done something, by the side. That is what makes them to be worthy. Like I said earlier on, there is the perception, strong perception, which what Yetunde was also trying to say, that all by your own self, your struggle is not sufficient to get to where you expected to get to. And because your own struggle may not be sufficient, you need a kind of higher intervention to do it. So that is where the Awure, the Eyonu, the all these things come into being. But even those ones, there is still a clear distinction from those ones and money ritual. Those ones is a case of, okay, you want to enhance your fortune that maybe your income, the profit you are making from your trade, you consider it not sufficient, then you want that business to expand. Then you want to go and do awure and all those. That's what they do those one for. But this money ritual, you have to kill somebody without working. And this is a different concept, and I don't want us to mix the two together. But everything has their own strong perception. As I say, there's a strong perception that okay, you need a higher intervention to not just only to succeed, to continue to succeed. Some do it for protection so that their wealth is preserved and protected. But when you talk about money ritual, as we hear now, we are looking at somebody, a 13-year-old, a 17-year-old, who has no known work or trade, but just be asked to go and bring or kill somebody and bring the head or bring the human part to make the person worthy. This is not based on any fundamental. The other one, the one of Awure, the one of Eyono, is a case of you are a seller. You are even you are government officials, that something that could make people favor so that when they are compiling the list of those who will be promoted, your name will always be there. Those are the kind of thing that you are helping to advance your fortune, which people believe strongly about. But money ritual is in a class on its own. I stand to be corrected, because now the way what we hear about money ritual is like somebody without working, no business, no trading, some not even going to school, just want to blow. And it's okay, the only thing you can do, you must be able to provide a human. That is why the difference is there. So that is what if possible, I want us to focus on that. Because if we get distracted by all this one, even from I study comparative religion, from the fact that the Olu was charged at the beginning. I understand what he was going to, the issue of the Ajay, all those things. I have a bit of understanding of all those ones. It is a case, and what he was saying in that, when people in Ibadan went to say, okay, they want to be rich, what they were advised, like, go and start doing something. Either you are selling or go and farm. And which is in line with the scripture I read in Deuteronomy 8, the fruit of your ground, your labor, you must do something for it to prosper. But the money ritual is based on what we call artificial fundamental, which is supposed to be made through the blood of another human being. So where does that blood go to bring the money? So okay. It's different from the comment of Awure is different from money ritual. It's different, completely different. My understanding of Yoruba tells me that is different.
Okay. So Oluwo, do you agree with the village boy, so that I ask another question?
Yes, he said everything perfectly well. Awure, intima wire. You take away aje lo ni ki ni aje lowo. If you have work you are doing that and you use Awure, it will help that work. Eyono,
how?
It's just like this. It's like a prayer. I was telling you about Orishaje then. People go to Orishaje with Ekuru and go there to pray. Aje, I want you to locate me. It's just a prayer. So they use all these items to feed the Orisha. So then they now go to their work, believing that the spirit of the Orisha will help them. We hear their prayer. It's just like a Muslim or a Christian going to church on Sunday and pray to God that this week I want favor, I want good things. It's just the same. So if you use Awure, Babalawo will take Ewe Aje, Ewe Ela, Ewe Akisan. They all have meaning according to their name. Ewe Aje lo ni ki Aje ko to mi wa. To locate my shop. Ewe Akisan lo ni ki ile ayo san mi. Akisan, so I can have a good life. Ogo, ewé ògò ló ní kí èèyàn rere kó wá bá mi, ògò mi dé ọmọ ẹlẹ́wù jí, ẹnìkan ni mo pè, ìgbà ẹni ni kó mo wá bá mi. Whenever I need help from people, they should come to my rescue. So these are the things. It's just like prayer that you put into work. They will now put this, they will live together and turn it into soap. So when you use the soap, that prayer will be in your body. So all these things will locate you to the right thing. You have used the WAJ and it's in the soap that you used to bathe. So automatically, when you get to your shop, Ajay will locate you. People will be coming there.
So I want to ask a quick follow-up question. Can you hear me?
Sange.
Okay. It seemed to have hanged. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, let me quickly ask a follow-up question.
Okay.
If your own type of babalawo, if this is your belief, this is your concept, what are other types of babalawo who are helping people to commit these atrocities?
Thank you so much. Like I always said, I read the news of money ritual all the time because I like that's my favorite thing. There is no babalawo that have ever do that for anybody. I belong to the International Council for Ifa Religion. I'm one of the secretary. So we have registered with names of all the babalawo anywhere under the Arabagbaye, the Olusheshe, the number one Ifa priest in the world. Even the diaspora babalawos in US, Caribbeans, and other countries, we come together every Saturday, the first Saturday in June, for World Ifa Festival. So everybody is there. There is no babalawo. I'm repeating, there is no babalawo that have ever done that before. The number one thing is, according to Ifa, if you touch, if a babalawo died and we want to bury the babalawo, we cannot touch the corpse, because if you touch the corpse, you will be unclean and you will not be able to get close to Ifa for 16 days. So if babalawo wants to do money ritual for someone, how is he going to do it? Ifa ni eje ka fi eku, ka fi so many lore. Let's use rat to help omeni. Eje ka lo eja, ka fi so many lore, ka lo eran. Ifa ni a le fi ome èèyàn so me ènìyàn lore. You cannot use human being to help human being. That is odu irete meji. Èèwọ̀ ni a kì í fi ome ẹni so many lore. It's not possible. It's clearly in the Odu. So if there's someone that said they should go and bring human body, when I read the name, it's always all these Muslim. They say one Afa asked them to. I don't know why they are taking it. I don't know what they are using it for. But according to Ifa, according to the Council of Arabas in all states, there is no babalawo that have ever done that before. There's none. And if there is, you can point it out to me now.
Okay, that's taking another turn, which I wasn't prepared for. So I won't be able to answer that. Tosin, you have a question?
I have observation.
Okay.
Okay. My observation is this. The way we have some good pastor, bad pastor, good imam, alpha, bad alpha. There are some pastors that use talisman. It's not, there's some woli that use talisman. Some of them say there's 7 book of Moses, there's some powers in that. So now if we are talking with a gospel, with a Pentecostal pastor, and you are talking with the activity of that particular pastor, it will be different to the one that I believe in talisman and is using talisman. This is what they have used before in my presence that I've seen demonstrated. So now I think Oluwo is of the Pentecostal Rem. Okay, and that is not with
You are
all due
saying
respect.
it is the
I
21st century
I'm
Alawo.
thinking, yes, and
Okay.
and probably from that defined and refined carcass, and probably there are some other ones that are not part of this their own league that
There is
usually
none.
do that. Okay, because
Tosin, let me jump in here, please, if you don't mind. Now,
okay,
I want Olu to disagree with you because I know there is Babalawo, there's Adaunche, then there's Onishegun. They're actually different.
Yeah.
So, which of these categories are responsible for money ritual?
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. You see, actually, I'm not all these new Babalawo according. I mean, like I started learning Ifa when I was 7. That was a very long time ago. That was like 24 years ago. You know, my grandfather was a great Babalawo. The Council of Babalawo. I'm talking about the original Babalawo le. Council Alaraba, Araba, Akoda, Aseda, Agbagban, Yanifa, Okumeri. That is where I belongs to. The real council. Awalawa ni Akoso. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm one of the priests that did the ritual for the new Olubadan. That should tell you something. So we are the one that hold the value of this culture. I know exactly what I'm talking about. There is nothing like money ritual in Yoruba spirituality. Adaunse is different from Babalawo. Onishegun is different from Babalawo. Awosun Sekan is different from Babalawo. They all use Ogun, all these leaves and stuff. Adaunse might have some formula to do money ritual because according to Adaunse, they do the things on their own. That is what they call Adaunse. Somebody that is doing things on his own accord. No rules, no divine rules, nothing anywhere, no books to read, no sacred text to read, no Ifa to read, just doing things. That is what they call Adaunse. Onishegun are the one that believes in Ogun Sise. Ifa is a religion on its own. Ifa is spirituality. Just like you talking about Islam or Christianity, that is Ifa. So when we are talking about money ritual, there is nothing in the text of Ifa. I study Odu Ifa from Mejiogbe to Ofunse. I can, like I'm talking to you now, I can recite like 256 verses from Ejogbe alone without looking at the book. Like right now, I'll recite just one Odu. I can recite like 200 verses. So that should tell you something. We call a conference of all the Araba in the city, Ekiti, Ondo, Ife, Osogbo, everywhere to Okitase in Ile-Ife. And we started chanting Odu Ifa. That should tell you that we take these things serious. Before I can come out and say this is what it is. Listen to Baba Ilebubon, Araba Ilebubon interview with BBC. Baba said the same thing. Rika nínú Odu Ifa kò gori kò sí ńbẹ̀. If Adaunse knows money ritual, they can do it because they do things on their own. No divine thing. Adaunse might be Christian, Adaunse might be Muslim, Adaunse might be anything. They do things on their own. Onishegun is just like a pharmacist. They believe in Ogun Sise, that's all. Onishegun might be Muslim, Onishegun might be anything. But Ifa is a spirituality on its own. It's a religion. Ifa, according to the prophet Orunmila, this is how you do things. This is how you do this. That is why they have to do Idafa in Yoruba land before they do anything. Let's go when Olodumare to hear the voice of Olodumare. And I don't think Olodumare has anything to do with killing of people or something. So that is what it is.
Oluwo, thank you. Is there as the body of Babalawos or have you are you worried about the fact that people think you are the one that is committing these atrocities or that your members are responsible?
We
are you doing anything about it?
Yes, we we take when the killings and the thing was rising months ago, we send out press release to all the news. I still have a copy of it. I can share it with you. And we call a conference of all the babalawos. We meet with state governments to let them understand this is what is going on and this is it. So yes, we are taking steps, and we are still taking steps. You know, we are trying to organize many conferences around and lectures so that people can understand what IFA is all about.
Okay, let
Okay,
me also. I don't know. Sorry, let me jump in here now. The issue is not resolved. The issue is not yet resolved. From what you have said, yes, Adaonishe might be responsible for money ritual. So now, since they have been doing this thing, and this thing has been going to perpetuity, it's been there for a long time. Now, does that mean it does not exist? Because we have not answered the question like, is it a reality or a myth? Yes, the group you belong to don't do it. But does that mean it's not being done? Or does it work or does it not work? I think we have not resolved the issue.
Yeah.
Let me answer
we have
that
only
now.
identified the group that may be responsible for doing it.
Oh no, we've identified the group that may not be doing it. So let him answer whether is it really possible, whether regardless of who is doing it.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
So about that, I spoke with some Onishegun and Adanse before, you know, because I really have interest in the money ritual things. Everybody knows online. I really have big interest. So I went to the Onisheguns and stuff. Some people claim that if you use like maybe a head of human and some leaves, they will get money from it. So now here's my thing. What I asked that person, because I met the man and he's not even rich at all. So I said, if what you said is true, then why are you not rich yourself?
Okay.
And he couldn't give me any answer. I think people are just doing this maybe for the mindset they have. There is no proof, even if they have the formula. It's just like killing people like a lab rat, you know, trying to make a formula to work. All these people that identify themselves with these money rituals and stuff, killing of people, these people, they have actually, the police caught some people, they are always poor people. So if this thing is actually working, I never said they are not trying to kill people. Yes, they kill people all the time for rituals purpose, but it doesn't work. So I think that is where it is. They are killing people, but they never get the money. They keep doing it. So we need to find a way to make them stop the mindset that they will get money, because it is just like a mental illness. Thinking that money will come out of tiny without you working. If you use human body, let's think about that. It's like a mental issue. There is no way it will work.
Okay, let me ask the lady in the house this question. Yeti, can you hear me? Okay, so the question I want to ask you. Okay, since
can you hear me?
You know, yes, I can hear you. Now, my question is, since that in Nigeria, some boys have been using their girlfriend for money now. You know, we've seen a few cases like that. Is there a word on the street? Is there a word on the street that girls are becoming careful now with some of these boys with tiny trousers?
You know, the interesting thing is, you know, this news is not new. It has been around since the time in Moriva, telling us since. In fact, by the time I was going to marry my husband, who was an Igbo man,
people said, how do you know that people use it to do ritual and make money? So, but I was not careful then, and people are still not very careful now. I think people just do because they had this mindset of it can't happen to me. I think that's where they come from. You meet somebody. I remember way back a long time. We used to live in package here.
Oh, this is why I am angry at Pantami sometimes, or whoever is in charge of technology in Nigeria.
No, it's more for most of this is electricity induced, so you can't blame telecom so much.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's now. There's an aspect of the subject that I am really concerned about, and that is, I'm thinking, could it be a collapse in Nigeria's value system, or was it something else? Because it has always been, like Yeti just said now, that it has always been a practice in Nigeria from long ago. Village Boy was even talking about it, and Village Boy is about 60 years old, almost 60 years old, and he read about it. So is it that we don't have value system before that does not, that help us to value human life? And let me say this, while I was growing up, people, when people talk about Ogun, Shan, people will say, oh, it is from India, the one that they are getting from India. There was one man from Oyo that time who is a magician. People say he got his power from India. Unfortunately, now I am in India, and you see people put their small gods, something they go to the market and buy and put on their table. You see professors, professor, they put it on their table. They can put something. They have a corner in their office where they put all those things and put a candle there. Yeah, and they do all whatever they want to do. They are using their mind. They are using their brain. Yet our Nigerian people in those days were saying it is India, they are coming to collect the power. And I'm just wondering, where are they collecting the power from? Anyway, so Village Boy, can you answer that question? And then maybe Tosin would be interested in the question too.
What's the question again?
The question is could it be a collapse in our value system? Or is it that we don't even have a value system before that would have helped us to value the human life?
No. When you talk about value system, again, I've documented it a bit in this book, My Quest for Nigeria Rebirth. We had value system. Like you rightly said,
we have, or we had.
We have always had.
Okay.
We have always had. I use the word hard value system, because when I was growing up, I've said this story over and over and again. My school is located between two towns, and we trek from both sides, and farmers will put their sugarcane on the road, and they label it. We were teenagers, as rascally as we were. We will pick the sugarcane, we will drop the money. The same thing, the farmer will put their yam on the road, they will label it, a total stranger will come, pick the yam, put the money there and go away. Nobody was stealing those things. And some few rascals tried to steal, they will be caught and they will be given some kind of jungle justice. So we have always had values. Now, the money ritual did not start today. Like I said that in my opening speech, it has always been there. The percentage has always been there. But maybe because the economy collapsed, it's now increasing the tempo. And again, you will see people do it then. There were maybe well-grown-up people. Maybe we have tried some things, and the fortune did not smile on them, and they have to want to take you out. Kind of literally speaking, those who understand will understand that meaning. So they will not take them to these people and they say do this, but you will see the percentage in society were very negligible. And there are stories about them. Then you will have stories that the guy has been given a condition that he cannot live, he cannot sleep in the house with that money. There were a lot of these stories we are hearing then. Then we see that most of those people, they don't even live long. So that has been there before. But this rampant, the rampant at which the thing is now, we are teenagers. We are barely out of diapers. Will now be carrying their girlfriends to go and do money ritual. It is the collapse of the economy. Of course, it's also the collapse of the value system. Because we are also in an era whereby your child, who is an undergraduate in university, will come home with Bentley, and you will now be dancing and singing a proverbial song to your neighborhood. That those who said you are not going to make it, you'll be disgraced. So during our time, I kept on saying this. One thing we do for many of us to overcome what we call generational poverty is to go to school. When you go to school, because that time they will tell us in Remeta Okintoshi that 3 generations will not be poor. So they will ask you to go to school, tobacco where battery coca. So this is what you do. And if they know you are not educated, inclined, they say go and learn a trade. So whereby you earn your living. So this was the means we were overcoming generational poverty, but with dignity, with value. I was already a child accountant when I got my first car. When I go to the village, they still ask me, how did you get your money? I said, Kilode. I was a principal accountant when I got my first car. But they still ask me, they still query me. But today, somebody who's another graduate will bring a car, or a girl that is in GS3 or GS2 will bring iPhone 13 Max to the family, and the mother will be dancing. That is where the collapse of value is. We always add value. I grew up with values. And I saw value all around me when I was growing up.
Oluwo was saying something.
Yeah, I have to buttress the point.
I think your voice is low.
That's the standard we build the society on. Like before the colonial era, our Babas, they have a very sane community. There is no perfect community anywhere in the world, but
can you hear him very well?
Me, I can hear him.
Yeah, can you hear
okay.
me?
Okay, continue.
Yeah, so we have a sane community based on the values of Omoluabi, Suru, Iwapele, Otito, Iteriba. All these values, those are the things they used to build the society then. We lost all of that. Once you don't take the Omoluabi, like the first rules of Omoluabi, Suru, then you try to go into money ritual because you don't want to have Suru. You understand? Otito, that is why the politicians are eating the money because there is no truth to Otito. So all these things that we had value, yes, we had a very good value, but everything, we lost it now. We lost who we are as Omoluabi. So we are just people without any value.
All right, thank you. I want to ask Tosin, and but first of all, I want to ask Yeti. Do you think the influence or the influence of Nollywood, do you think has perhaps increased interest in people wanting to try money rituals?
You are muted. You are muted.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, most definitely. I think whatever it is you put your attention on will grow. And I think because the Nollywood and all those things, they keep on magnifying these things. And so whether we say that it is not true, people, of course, they believe that there's some basis to this thing. Suddenly in home videos, you see Kanayo, and all these my people, Peter Doche, all of them will come, very poor men, and then they go to somebody and say, show me way, and then they go and suddenly you see them dancing at parties with red cap and big cars, all of them are arriving, all things like that. So I think it seeps into the psyche where people they begin to ask themselves, this there must be some truth to this. And so when somebody comes and says, "Yeah, I know the way, I know somebody that can do that for you," they believe it. Because no matter what we think, all even though it is make believe, most of these things are rooted in some form of reality that we think, you know. So I of course now plays a very big part, a major part. See, I've said it on my page before, I keep on saying it. That whatever it is that you show it for negativity or you show it for positivity, it takes root in people's minds and it just it just continues to grow. They should take their badge. They are a big part of it.
Okay, Tosin, do you think people are going to do Yahoo? That is steal money from people, and then they come and people say they are done Yahoo Plus or that they have done ritual money. Is it possible, in your opinion? And do you think some of these things that you people are posting online, I'm saying you people, because
I
you are
got
also an
tired. Oh.
influencer,
I
you
got
go to
tired. Which are you
Dubai,
people?
you go to Dubai and then you go and take some picture and then you are using that to influence young boys on the street. Do you think that's contributing to the?
Oh, okay. I like that job. uh, First of all, we must know the difference between Yahoo and Yahoo Plus. Uh, can somebody hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yesterday is over laughing the
I
studio.
can hear you now. You today now. Continue,
Madam, calm
please.
down. There is difference between Yahoo and Yahoo Plus. I think Yahoo is this normal frauding,
Sorry,
dating scam,
sorry.
and all that. Maybe somebody should meet this madam because our laughter is contagious. I'm losing focus. So now Yahoo is this normal scamming and all that, but
I'm
this Yahoo
watching it.
Plus, according to
Sorry.
what they have said, this Yahoo Plus is those that involve juju. Like one of the our friends have commented that those Yahoo are doing strong juju. That so those that involve juju in it is now what becomes Yahoo Plus. If they are getting money from Yahoo and saying it's from another source, I wouldn't know about that. But to an extent, I think there is money ritual. To an extent, I think so. I The only thing is that from what I'll be able to gather from this conversation tonight is that the it the attribute is just given to the wrong people. The attribute of money ritual and killings for money ritual is given to the wrong people. Is saying and these people are the one doing it, meanwhile they are not the one doing it, and that is that. And talking about if influencers are posting pictures and traveling around the world, if that influence, if that is the cause also, it is to me, well, we can say yes, no. But to me, I felt somebody, somebody told me jokingly sometimes say that you take a lot of pictures. I You take a lot of pictures. Actually, if I am to post the amount of pictures I take always, I think I'll post picture every day. Most just on my phone. Uh People just put themselves under unnecessary pressure. I live in Dubai, and to an extent, this country is one of the most beautiful country in the world. That even Europeans come here to take pictures. Now, Dubai is just a country that for taking pictures and keeping memories. Now, that is what taking pictures are for. Taking pictures and making videos. I pay more than $500 just to learn how to create videos. So I will not be taking pictures and and creating video, and somebody will now be oppressed with that. It just people's mindset. People should know, and that is talking about our value system. I've seen friends that they have more than I do, And if they post pictures and they don't post picture, and I see they have more than I do, and I will not involve in illegality to get what I think they have. So it's just people's mindset and their value system. The fact that people are posting pictures, they're posting house, and by the way, most of the things people post online are not real. So if in this 21st century, people that are watching us now and that will be watching later, I want them to know that most of the things you see online are not real. Sometimes people post pictures. Okay, some weeks ago, there was this task online, competition online, to make videos about electric cars and to encourage people to use electric cars because it's the car of the future. And that if you submit the video, you'll be given $100. And I felt this is a good way I can make $100 from just making videos. Come on, let's do this. And I told a friend around, come with me to Tesla shop, to Tesla showroom. We can make videos there and talking about electric cars and all that. And we make the video. I also make video of that, my friend. And you know, when the videos we make, they are very nice. And before going there, we had never even had breakfast. We were hungry that day. We don't have money. And I was telling my friend, I say, if we post this picture and people just say, these guys, they are making money, they are going to buy motor, and you don't even know that we have not even eaten breakfast that day. So people should stop putting themselves under unnecessary pressure. It is okay to be average and not have a lot. It is okay. It is okay not to make millions on if you are below a particular age. It is okay. People should not just put themselves under unnecessary pressure because they see other people making money. So influencers are not the one. Though some influencers, some of these guys don't even have, and they pretend to have. People are being accused of borrowing money to make video, and they will post like that money they spray them during their party. They go and borrow money with money, and they make video with that money. Say, see money. Meanwhile, that money they have gone to borrow it. So if you put yourself under pressure because you see people demonstrating wealth, then that person's value system should be questioned.
Okay, thank you. I want us to quickly talk about the way forward. But before we go to that, I want to ask Oluwo one sensitive question. If people are killing other humans, and according to not only Yoruba traditional belief, even all other religions believe that in Nigeria especially, that the human spirit, all right, that the human spirit will cry, or the human spirit will haunt you, or or do something bad to you. All right. So why is it that supposedly people have been doing it and getting away with it? Now I want to also preempt you. I mean, just in case some people want to go there to say, oh, maybe they die after they don't live long. How many people 10, 20 years ago? What was the average age of Nigerians? Maybe 45, 50, 60. It's much more now. We are advancing. Okay, so let somebody not come and tell me that it is because they make ritual money, that's why the person die abruptly or die untimely. Is it that the human spirit itself is unable to fight for itself as it is believed?
According to what you said, let me tell you what Ifa said about that. Do ofun rosun. Ifa ni totosun korokoro. Adúbáfó létí sọlọ́tẹ́ jí, kò léwọ́ lọ́tẹ́ jí, ẹkún rọ́ ló ń sun, òkú tó bá kú kan kì í wáyé mọ́. Ifa believes that once you die, you die. Soldier might kill people in the battleground. Police will kill people. No cops will hunt anybody. You die for nothing. Once you close your eyes, you are not coming back. You're gone. Your spirit will leave this earth and go to Morerapada in heaven. Ikoleon. So if these people are killing people, killing them for ritual, and the rituals that will not work anyway, they are just killing them. That is why we need to teach them that there is nothing like it. Because once they kill these people, no corpse is going to haunt anybody. We have people that kill people all the time. The police kill youth all the time. The doctors, they kill people. The politicians shoot the people on the street. Nobody's fighting for anybody unless the Yoruba people has the way to call on spirit. They call Riroku. They do that in the old time, but nobody is practicing that anymore. Although the ritual is still available anyway. But if they don't do that ritual, no ghost is going to haunt anybody. Once you die for real.
Now that is another dimension. All right, thank you. I'm glad that I asked that. Yeti, are you there? Way forward. What can we do to save,
I'm very much
save our girls, to save our, to prevent, all this nonsense that's happening? And how can we even control the belief?
To prevent Jamba. I think, there's something that Ratosi said that was so important. Everybody is not going to be super rich. Everybody's not going to be a millionaire. Everybody is not going to go to America or Dubai and take picture. Wherever you are, the spirit of contentment and the value system. Of course, as I said, the value system was what it was, and I'm not sure it's still that. But I think it's a lot of otukokoro. We're just really greedy. We want all kinds of things, and I think there's a difference between a belief that you can work and get something, and a belief that everybody's doing it. I want it, and I want it now, and I want to get it. I think we should, again, as I was saying before, it was that my network ran away. I think realizing that whatever it is that your life is at this time, your opportunities are at this time, living and making the best of where you are, and then moving forward with that. I think if we can try to impress that into the youth of nowadays, because nowadays what they are watching is people, they're Tosin and Co taking pictures in Dubai and with Tesla, and other people with Lamborghini, and other people with what, and people with iPhone Pro Max, and people with what. That's what they are seeing, but they don't know, as Bartosi said, I'm not eating that money, but he didn't come to tell us. You need to tell us that, sir. But we don't know, because we just think, well, everybody's just grooving. And then we think, they must have taken a shot, because everybody can't be rich. Everybody can't. So a spirit of contentment is very important. And a spirit of showing transparency and telling your people that it's okay. Sorry.
I agree. When people post pictures, where you post picture in a place that is too fine, please make a caption and say, I've not eaten, or this shirt, I borrow them. Or this shirt, now 5 days.
I don't live here.
People don't do that. Nobody come on social media to post their failure. Everybody only posts their success.
But if it is
pretend to be okay.
If you borrow it, how is it your success?
You see,
somebody might be traveling from Lagos to my village,
the problem,
and he go and rent a jeep. But people in the village will celebrate him if he didn't tell them, especially because people are so deceitful now. They will come home with a jeep that they hire, and they will say, they have bought a car.
That is not the problem of somebody posting it or taking that picture. That is have to do with our own mind. Because see, sometimes some people even do it purposely to post rich. Some time ago, I've also gone to a car shop, taking picture. People are saying, congratulations, Kiniko. It was just in a car shop. You cannot even see that it is in a car shop. How does that mean? I'm coming online to cry about work permit. You think I have money to buy that Porsche car? Sometimes people don't think. They just, when you just put picture, they just jump on it and start celebrating. See, some of us just want to document our memory by taking pictures, by making videos. everyone should
You see
work
what,
on
eh?
their
But so
mindset.
see, this you said,
Okay, I don't know. Can I quickly
this
say
you
something? I
said
have to
is
leave
very
very soon.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Wait,
Sorry, sir.
Yeti. Sorry, Yeti. Let's Village Boy
Okay,
quickly
sir.
say something about
Sir,
the way forward. But before
no problem.
before we go, I want also Oluwo to also help me clarify the belief that ritual sacrifices can enhance human fortunes. Because me, I have a challenge with that. Oh, all right, Village Boy.
Yeah, here is the thing. This concept of fake it that you make it is a disservice to us, especially in Nigeria. There is no need to fake what you are not. Then those who post picture for memory, yes, you are doing it to make yourself happy. But why not pause and think, what if people choose to believe that I am rich? So we have to also be circumspect. If what we are doing, the Bible will say, if you are doing something and you know that what you are doing will make your brother to fall, that don't do it. I think those who are trying to show fake life, we appeal to their conscience to take it easy. Take it easy. And people also who watch things on social media, there are so many sides to this social media. Don't be carried away. Don't, I mean, stay on your lane. Don't feel inferior. But then, because we are human beings, we don't have the same level of disposition towards things. There are people whose mind are weak. They take everything they see on social media as the gospel truth, but it's not. We know there are a lot of fake. In fact, when you put 10 things on social media, but if you have one or two that are genuine, then it may not be more than that. So, Tosin, slow down, take your picture, keep it in your family album, and stop
Now,
using it to confuse innocent people.
No,
It may not
see,
confuse people like me, but innocent people who are following you, who see you as a what they call it, role model or whatever. There's another name they call it. Who you are role
influencer.
model to a lot of these people. When they see you under those very wonderful disease, how would they know you have not eaten breakfast? They wouldn't know. You are confusing them. You are
No,
making them to see themselves as failures.
no, no, no.
Slow down.
A minute, sir.
Slow
A
down.
minute. I will say something. See,
Sorry, I have to
influencer.
leave. I have another meeting somewhere. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I
I watch.
will.
Speak what you want to say. I watch it later.
Okay.
yeah,
I will
we
say
will soon
something.
close. So, yeah, Tosin.
See, influencers, they can say people are in show business. Show business. See, if we don't understand the concept of show business, then we will say, and they are showing off, they should slow down. They will not slow down because of a teenager or because of an adult that cannot use his head to think. They will not slow down. They are in the business of, they are in the show business. See, if they don't show, the showing is their own business. And if they don't show, they will go out of business. And because some of them are influencers, some of them are influencers. See, if they on the way they carry themselves, that is when brand. We have some people that have like 20 brands, that they are influencer to 20 brand, they are brand ambassador. If you don't show yourself, people, if you don't wear good clothes, how will a fashion company know that you have good physique and you can market their product? If you don't come to talk about Tesla, now the video I said I made, they will give 1,000 people $100. They will select another 30 people or 10 people and send them to Vietnam where that company is, and they will run a competition and they will win $30,000. And you want me not to make video of that and post it because someone is somewhere thinking that I have bought a car? See, influencers are not going to stop.
Okay, I hear that you influencers will not stop. But the truth is that how do we get to a situation where it doesn't pass a wrong message to the young people or even your old friends, for instance? Your old friends who are in Nigeria, who are perhaps in the village, they just come to
Pressurize.
Facebook and then they say, this boy has gotten another Tesla car because you posted another one last week. You know, anyway, let me quickly answer
A minister, let me take that. Now, how we can cure that is by the government being responsible to their responsibility and making sure that the economy of the country is good. If people have work to do, no matter what you post online, they will have the mindset that I'm working also, I can make it. But in a situation when people want to work, when people have financial obligation to meet up with, but they don't have where to go to work to make money to fulfill their financial obligation, they will be under unnecessary pressure. They will look into unnecessary places to get things that are not. Because see, all these things, especially money, they are things that people cannot live without. They are things that are essential to our life. These are the economic value to human being. People must eat. People must wear clothes. So no matter what you preach to them and say they will go to fire, they will tell you, see, there is one program that I've once listened to, and the woman itself, the woman that this happened to, is the one that come to the program to share a story. How she had 5 kids, and they went to Onishegun or Babalawo, or because we have been missing them together all this while. And thanks to Oluwo that have come to enlighten us tonight. I've gone to somewhere and they are looking for how to make money and to do money ritual. And the person tell them that you need a newborn baby that is 7 days. 7 days newborn baby. Now that family cannot afford the money to buy a newborn baby 7 days. The husband and wife now plan between themselves to get pregnant and have a baby. And when the baby is 7 days, they will use the baby for money ritual. Now the woman is saying that nothing will happen on this heart again that will make her cry. They were so poor. Now
okay,
they get pregnant.
You are already making it too long, Aveg. Let's
Okay.
Let's allow Oluwo to go. Oluwo, please. My question is this: the belief that ritual sacrifices enhance fortune, is it true in the Ifa religion?
Anything that has to do, I said to you earlier that if your mania, low rate, it's not possible. Anything that has to do with using human to help human in, talking about apart from money ritual, talking about slave. If I doesn't like the concept of slave because you are using human to help human. If I believes that you cannot use human being to help human in any form, you can't use human body to enhance anything anyway. It's not going to work even if you try it. So why try something that it's not going to work? All the stories of money ritual that I've heard, all the proof that we have ever had is that they do it, somebody die, some run mad, whatever it is. Nobody has been able to prove where the money is. So there's nothing like that. Like using human to enhance anything. It's not possible.
Thank you very much. I must say that we've been educated. All right. Do you maybe in closing as you go, would you want to suggest a solution, a way out for us to at least downplay the belief? It is becoming too much. I've seen even university professors in Nigeria that have been interviewed saying they believe in it, that it is real. And as far as we continue to believe it, people will continue to try it.
There's a solution for that. What the solution is that we need to go back to the values of our society. Omoluwabi. We need to start teaching that from primary school to secondary school to university. Knowledge is very important. We need to teach our people the way of our fathers. Ọmọlúàbí, what it means to be like, rántí ọmọ ẹni tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Remember who you are. You are ọmọlúàbí ní ẹ, ènìyàn. Do you know what ènìyàn means? Ẹni tí a yàn, the chosen one. That is how beautiful Yoruba is. Ènìyàn, ẹni tá a yàn. We are ọmọlúàbí, ọmọ tí olúìwà bí. The best character in the world. Sùúrù. That is ọmọlúàbí. Once you have sùúrù, you won't be able to rush to get money. Ìtẹ́lọ́rùn. Once you are content with what you have, you won't feel like you need to do anything. Ìtẹríba. Òtítọ́. Once you have òtítọ́, you will not be able to do bad things. All these values, all these, we need to start teaching them. Not all these twinkle little star. No, we need to start teaching them the real thing now. The values of who they are. Almighty wants me. We are not ẹranko, we are not animals. We are not cannibals. We are the child of the gods. We are the child of Odua. We are the child of Orunmila. That is who we are. We are proud Africans. The moment you start teaching young people that, they will see the value of who they are. That, okay, this is who we are. But they don't. The cultures of the European, the Western world, their culture is very different from our own. We need to teach our people who we are. That is number one. Then number two, the government has to do something about the Nollywood. Since I was young, I watched the movies about Babalawos doing rituals. Then whenever I watch the movie outside, then I go inside my father's room. I'm like, what is going on? I thought we are Babalawos because I cannot see the point. We don't have all
the different.
So I was like, could it be like my father is not a real Babalawo, or is something going on somewhere? So the movies industry needs to do better. They need to do research. Who are these people? What is money ritual? Where is it coming from? All these things. They should do the documentary. They can help. The way they make everything bad, they can help again. Do documentary. Find money. Government should give them money. Do documentaries on these things. Get the real facts. Then produce it out everywhere. That will help a lot. I think if we do these two things, the society will be really good. Trust me.
Wow. I am very, very glad to have not only met you, but that I have been able to bring you on this show to be able to educate us. Me particularly, I've been educated because I actually did not know that there are actually differences between Onifa and Onishegun and all of that. Even though my name is Fadumo, which means they do Ifa in our house. My great-grandfather is an Ifa priest, but then I didn't know. So thank you very much. And I'm sure that even as we progress towards downplaying this, the belief in ritual killing and ritual money in Nigeria, in Yoruba, among the Igbos, that this particular video today would be instrumental in that, even in the future. So thank you very much. And I'm hoping that when else we invite you, that you would oblige to come, teach us. I believe that, when people hear of Ifa, they look at, there's a picture of that old man who is on school, who is uneducated, cannot distinguish and understand these things. But I am glad, I'm happy that a young man like you is doing this. And it then means that our culture, the Yoruba culture, will not go into extinct. Because I've seen that even white people are coming to Nigeria and to learn.
Yeah, all the time.
And if care is not taken, we will, maybe our children will be paying Americans to learn Yoruba.
To learn,
yeah. So I think people like you should actually develop something that would promote the Yoruba culture. I know that you are doing it on your own capacity, but and if there's any way you think we can assist or that we can publicize
What
it,
I think we
please let
can
us
do
know.
about the to preserve that thing is that think about the national mosque and national church. We need something like that. A center. We can put all the babas there. Then they will download all these things down there for the near future. Do you understand? We need a center where we can research and do this thing properly, like a laboratory, like a museum, like stuff like that. That will based on African, the Yoruba spirituality, the real way. The Ekonipa Ewe, Ekonipa Ifa, Ekonipa Asha, Ekonipa Ishe, all these things. Let's get a center. Let the government be something big there. Then we get to work. The Babalas who are ready to work, they are ready to put all this down. But since 1960 now, the national cakes has been going to the Christians and the Muslims. Nothing is done for the. Do you understand? So whenever there's something going on, like the COVID-19, everybody was like, "What are the Nifa priests doing on this?" I was like, "What do you mean like that?" When did you bring us? Like, when do you even think there's some people like that use money or the country money to take people to Jerusalem and Mecca and blah blah blah? How do you even take like 1 million? Okay, build house there and do your research. We have nothing to work on. We are just trying to survive on our own. So if there is a center, like a big one where we can research, I'm telling you, there is beauty, there is philosophy, there is scientific part, there is mathematics, everything in IFA. Like, there is nothing I cannot talk about in IFA. Talking about technology, talking about binary system, talking about computers and anything. I can give you how it comes out in IFA. So if we can get the center and do something, we will be laughing and be rejoicing and be happy in the future.
Thank you very much. I will be in touch. Definitely, I'll be in touch. So I am hoping that maybe we might be collaborating later in the future by God's grace. So I want to say thank you again. I can't thank you enough for that. I'm so happy that you have honored our invitation.
The pleasure is mine. I'm happy that I have this conversation. We need to, if I need to, we need to educate ourselves.
Honestly, that is the core of it. Education, that's the core, because I think the influence of other culture or other religion in Nigeria has not helped us. Even though I have nothing against any religion, I believe in freedom of practice, but I think the influence of Islam and Christianity in Nigeria, it's difficult for me. I keep talking about it. I keep writing about it. That where is it? How has it empowered and make this society a saner society? I've not seen it. I've lived among currently I'm in India now. I've lived in Abu Dhabi. I've lived in the UAE, where there are almost maybe 1% or 2% Christianity. Those people, the heaven that we are praying for in Nigeria, those people are already living in that heaven. And the same way in India, majority of the places you go to in India, they don't believe in the Christian or the Muslim God. All right, but they are far ahead of us. So I keep wondering what is wrong with us. Anyway, we'll find a way to keep educating ourselves. So let me not turn into another ranting table. So thank you very much, Oluwo. I'm very grateful. Tosin, thank you also.
Thank you.
So viewers, it's opinion sharers, and
the table change against me today. Like influencers are the one causing.
No, it's not influencers. I just decided to put you on the spot.
On the spotlight. Somebody has said you should leave me.
Mr. Akin said we should leave you. So thank you, viewers, so much for joining us today. We will be back again next week with a fresh topic and other sets of guests, and perhaps you see these regular faces also. So, Tosin, it's you and I that remain. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Please do share this link with other people who might be interested in the topic.